it's Liz Yuille from Old Sables Crafts again, and welcome back. You will remember that yesterday I showed you this little set of cards that I have made as a gift. I'm now going to show you the packaging that I'm putting it in. I have to say I have cheated a little because I've already made the base, but to make the lid is exactly the same. So here is my base. The final box will end up, oh, and I magically wrote it down on the wrong side. So it will end up at 4 by 5.5 inches. So there we go. So what have I done? I have cut, and remember the dimensions will be on my blog, and the associated blog post is below. I have cut 2 pieces of thick Whisper White. They are both, I'm going to have to sneak again, 5.5 by 7 inches, so it's 5.5 by 7. I say they are. The base I actually trimmed a 1/16 of an inch off, because by doing that you get a perfect fit, she says, hopefully, for the lid over the base. And I've just remembered the one thing I have forgotten, which is a circle punch. Bear with me one moment while I dash over here and grab a circle punch of an appropriate size. There we go. Right, one circle punch. Okay, so to make the box and the lid, we get our scoreboard. Oh, actually, no, back one. Because what I want to do is actually stamp over this. So I'm going to make my own background paper, which is why I've got this piece of tatty grid paper out. So what I'm going to do is take the individual stamps that I've used on the envelope flaps, which are, if you remember, the outline of the stamp that I've then used on the card itself. So I'm going to take the little doggy and the basket and stamp those with soft suede. I actually stamped the outline of the dog originally in early espresso, but I wanted a slightly softer look for the box lid. So I'm just going to pop him kind of all over the place, and we'll have a few coming off the edge, and we'll have one there, and maybe just there. And I really am not fussed about whether it's going to end up the right way up or upside down, because, you know, life's too short sometimes. So this is the basket, which again I'm just going to stamp in various places at interesting angles, just to fill in some background, and I think that's probably enough of that. Just cleaning those off as I do them because I need the same block. So we don't need soft suede anymore, so let's bring in pumpkin pie and the flowers. Ooh. I should probably have started with the flowers, because I think the flowers are actually the largest of the stamps, and it's always worth starting with the largest and then coming in with the smallest to fill in any gaps. Let's make some deliberately not the right way up, so that it's obvious that they are meant to be all over the place. Yeah. Oh, that wasn't very good, was it? Let's see if I can line that up again. Yeah, this is going to be a challenge. There's part of me that says it's almost better to just leave it, but part of me that says it isn't. Yo, got away with it. Just about got away with it. Right, so the last one is the apples, which I will do in Old Olive. So you will remember that we are doing some amazing giveaways at the moment. If you spend in my online store in July, if you spend £25 or a multiple thereof, for every £25 you spend, you will be entered into my draw, which is for these 2 Hostess sets. So remember that. And at the same time, coincidentally, and it wasn't planned, Stampin' Up are doing bonus days again. They did them last year and they're doing them again this year. So for every £45 you spend in my online store, you will get a code for £4.50. So you spend it in July and you get a code for £4.50 for spending in August. So if you spent £90, you get 2 codes for £4.50, etc., etc. Right, that's all the stamping done. That's a filthy block now, but never mind. So let's bring in the scoreboard. So yes, so those are the 2 what I would call shopping deals. Right, I'm now going to score all the way around at 3/4 of an inch, and I'm using the smaller end of the. Can you see that? Now you can. I'm using the smaller end of the thing tool. Good grief, it's hot. It's about 30 degrees, so I am struggling a little. So yes, so that's the shopping deals, and then we have a joining deal, which if your shopping list is of any length at all, you should probably do that rather than anything else. I'm going to get rid of that now so we've got clean paper. So I'm just going to burnish my scores. I was folding towards the mountain. So yes, usual deal, £99 will get you £130 of products of your choice. So you could buy 13 packs of patterned paper, of the ordinary designer series paper. I say ordinary, our delicious designer series paper, or 26, more than 26 ink pads, or anything you really fancy. And we will give you, or Stampin' Up will give you, a grid paper, a pair of snips, a bone folder, a snail, 2 D blocks, and a Carols for Christmas stamp set. I want to say there's something else as well. No, maybe that's it. No, I think that's it. But, you know, I say that's it. Anyway, so that's for £99, including free shipping, and you'll get catalogues and order forms and whatever. You can get £195 worth of product, which is not to be sneezed at. So we're just going to cut in on each of these corners, and I'm then going to wedge. So I'm taking away effectively the score line, and then clipping there as well. So yes, so Christmas in July. Yeah, absolutely, Christmas has come early. And because we're the beginning of a quarter, as I said yesterday, and probably every day this month, you have until the end of December to meet the minimums, and meeting the minimums between now and the end of December equates to about £1 a day. And that can just be your own purchases. You don't have to sell to others. But it does mean you'll be able to get your pre-order Christmas and winter catalogue, and you'll get to pre-order from the spring-summer catalogue and celebration. So that's all good. Right, fast fuse. Some people hate it. I love it. You could use tape, you could use wet glue. The problem with wet glue is that you have to hold it in place. Actually, I'm just going to do one more thing. So I'm going to kind of eyeball, but kind of not, because I do like a little bit of precision in my life. So let's use up here, because up here on the top of the grid paper, it actually starts at 0 in the middle and counts out. So I know that this line here is now the middle. Hurrah! So I can come in and just nip out a little bit there, and then do the same again, line myself up there. So I'm lining myself up on the 3.5 inches on either side of the main grid line, and then punch out. And it just means that it's going to be slightly easier to take the box lid off. So I'm just going to put fast fuse in on each of the flaps, and the trick with fast fuse is to be gentle. So don't put lots of pressure on the runner, just gentle. And I don't know how I can indicate, oops, I haven't come quite as far off to the edge. I don't know how I can indicate how gently I'm doing this. And yes, I'm doing this flick at the end. Yeah, this one's still to do. But other than that, oop, missed the beginning of that. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, and do your check in both directions so that you don't end up pulling the tape to one side. Then you just fold in and line up. And there we are. As simple as that. So fold in, line up, and attach. Fold in, line up, and attach. Fold in, line up, and attach. Now, because this is a fairly shallow box, you may just need to help it come in a bit. And then all the cards are in there, so let us just pop the lid on. There you are. Perfect fit. I mean, look at the back. How perfect a fit is that? And that is purely by taking that 1/16 of an inch off each of the edges of the base. So brilliant. Right, now I think this probably needs some ribbon. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Let's grab some of this. I haven't got a huge amount of what I'm going to show you, but I think I should have sufficient. This is the pumpkin pie stitched edge ribbon, and I think because this is a slightly chunky ribbon, I'll probably just tie it in a knot, because for this I think it would be too much to do it in a bow, because it's not a huge box. So take it around the back, hold everything in place there. This also comes in Old Olive, Rich Razzleberry, which I love saying. Oh, I've got a twist. I will sort that out in a minute. And Old Olive, Rich Razzleberry, and oh, I've only just got enough. And Pacific Point. So actually, I'm going to have a fiddle with this and tie it in a knot, and then I'll cut the end off at a later stage, because I think I might want to see if I can save a little bit for another project, because I'm a bit mean like that. But I won't keep you hanging around for that. So there we are. You get the general idea. So there you are. So that's 8 notelets in a little box. Nice little gift. So yes, hope you've enjoyed that. If you did, give it a thumbs up. As I say, all the associated detail, all the details. I'm sorry, 30 degrees and my brain really don't mix. All the details are in the associated blog post below. If you haven't subscribed, please do. It's down there, the little subscribe button. If you enjoyed this, give it a thumbs up. And remember, all the deals over in my online store. If you need any information about joining up, there's a tab on my website all about joining up, and there's FAQs, so frequently asked questions, etc, etc. So yes, so I hope to see your name in the prize draw soon, and I hope to welcome you to my team soon. So that's all from me today. Thanks a lot. Bye!